Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. We are here for round 3 for USA, for the US GP, round 3 season 7 for SRL. So far the season's been extremely entertaining, and hopefully we'll be seeing some good racing here. Now this track is usually not the best for racing sometimes, but it is F1 2021 League racing, so we are probably going to see some absolute mania happen out on track. So to start off with, I'm going to do a quick lap of the track, show you around, and then we will get into the lobby where we can talk about the upcoming race. So I'm just going to do a sort of talk around lap first, and then we'll get into proper lap, and then we'll get into the lobby. So down the back straight we go. Long back straight, expect some overtakes here because you've got the, of course, advantage of DRS. Up we go into turn 1, a very interesting corner, I'm sure, especially for the race start. If you're trying to file into that tight corner there, expect some contacts or wing damage and maybe some crashes. You never know through that corner throughout the race. Then we head down to turn 2, where it's a long winding corner, and then we head through this slalom section here, through 3 and 4, very easy 2 and 5, and then 6. You're a little bit wide here. In for the section here. Don't expect many overtakes here. Maybe some interesting manoeuvres side by side could be possible for this last sort of section here, but it should be fairly one line. And then as we come out of that little section, we then head towards another heavy braking hairpin. Again, could see some good overtakes through here. It's not very one line, luckily, so it should be fairly doable. Then down this long back straight we go, even longer than the home straight. Again, expect many overtakes down here as we've got the DRS. Then also this massive braking zone, again very much like a lot of the other braking zones. It's just long braking into that tight apex there. You fire out of this corner into this quite nice flowing section. Could see some good battling through here as well. I've seen some 3-car battles here, been part of some 3-car battles through here. And of course, not only can you take this wide line here, but you can also take a very low line, which I'll showcase now quickly. You can take I'll take the higher one on my actual lap, but the lower line does work. However, you just have to be careful when actually doing it. So the lower line we'll be talking about is down here, hitting that apex, and into this one as well. Coming out this corner, you then got this almost Istanbul turn 8 complex, that sort of inspired set of corners. High downforce cars definitely through there will absolutely love it. And then into the penultimate corner we go, and then to the final corner. Expect some sends maybe into the final corner here, but yeah, that's a lap. Well, so that's a talk through lap, and this will be a flying lap. See how far off pole position I will be with this. get 133.7, and that is a lap of the track. Not very quick, I'm sure. Very qualifying, that put me towards the back of the grid. But we're going to join the lobby now, and we'll start talking about the upcoming race, because it should be quite exciting. Sorry if I check the menu every now and again, just checking my controller's charging. So some issues with that. Hello Sandro, good to see you, mate. Best of luck. But we join the lobby now, and this should be interesting actually, because this will be the first time that SRL will be using the white Red Bull livery, which of course Joe will be driving. He had a good showing last time out. If you didn't watch it, very entertaining race. Go check out the YouTube where we do have the very well done actually highlights for the race, like a race recap, which was very, very exciting. We had a late safety car for the second race in a row. Will we have another one today? This track, I'd say, doesn't really invite safety cars, but I'm sure if you crash in the right place, there's a good chance there could be one. There's a good amount of overtake opportunities as well. Here could see some definite sends. It sort of invites them as well with the long braking zones. It's just whether or not you actually make it out of the corner is the sort of main issue there. And looks like we've got a good amount of drivers already. We've got 13, soon to be 14, there you go, and I'm sure we should have a couple more maybe. We've got 4 more minutes until we're supposed to be going out for qualifying, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. So, stories coming in then. Let's have a look on the Instagram for SRL. Let's see what they... Let's see, sorry, I'm just having a look at the post. So, look at the championship then. So far, with 2 wins out of 2, it is Jensen Randall with 52 points, with quite a domineering gap over Ren van der Stapp in the Haas with 28 points, followed by Logan with 18 points, Dion with 17 points, Alexi with 15 points, Max Mulder with 12 points, Nick van der Gelder with 12 points, Robin Herstadegen with 10 points, Joe Marisic with 10 points, and then Reese March with 8 points in 10th place in the Haas. Meanwhile, we'll look at the Constructors Championship. Mercedes currently with a pretty big lead of 67 points for Mercedes, then followed by Haas with 36 points, Ferrari with 24 points, Alpine with 20 points, Red Bull with 17 points, McLaren with 16 points, Aston Martin with 12 points, Alfa Romeo with 8 points, AlphaTauri with only 1 point, and Williams still not scoring a pole this whole season, as we have 17 drivers. Great turnout, absolutely great turnout. Do we have any Williams drivers here today? We do not. And the race results, by the way, for last week, if you're interested, the podium, this is the top 10, sorry, was Jensen, Ren, Alexi, Nick, Jur, Louis, Sandro, Robin, Dion, and Jesper. Jesper had a really good race, but unfortunately he had some issues during the race, so he'll be definitely one to keep an eye out for. He did very well last time out, and of course we've got our eyes on the usual drivers, the ones who've been running up towards the front, maybe not finishing at the front because of incidents, but definitely the ones who have got the pace to be at the front consistently, like Jensen, like Logan, like Alexi as well. There's definitely a good chance that they can provide some great racing for us today. As I'm going to quickly I'll get the stream up on my computer quickly, so then I can have that, and then I can look at the YouTube chat there, and then I can have any information that I need alongside me. Right then, so we are only 1 minute away now from getting started. Definitely excited for this one. Be interesting to see how it is, because first race of the season was Bahrain, which is usually very good for racing. Those long straights, heavy braking zones. It's usually sort of invites good racing. We then had Austria, again, great track for racing, and we definitely weren't robbed of our entertainment. However, this time though, USA is a bit of a different track. Again, yes, there are some heavy braking zones which encourage overtaking, but then it has certain sections which are almost taken from other tracks. You know, you've got this quite nice flowing section, which is sort of one of its own almost. But then you have, of course, as I said, the Istanbul style Turn 8 complex, which, you know, again, could see some overtakes there, different offering, different lines maybe. Of course, we then have the slalom section, which is very sort of reminiscent of Maggotts and Beckett's from Silverstone. So it's definitely a track which takes the best of other tracks and tries to incorporate it into its own. As we see, we are now heading into the short qualifying session, where we will hopefully see some great racing, some great laps here. And hopefully not many drivers crashing out, because of course we want as many drivers to qualify as possible, more for their sake. Of course for entertainment though, you know, it's good to see a car crash every now and again, but of course it's bad. As someone myself who has been a driver who's been in that situation a few times, it's not the best. So especially around this track, I've had a couple of league races here that haven't gone the best. One of them due to crashing by my own personal error, and the other from being through contact at turn 1, which is very easy to do, but you could see that happen today. Also, there's a bit of a worrying thing. Hopefully, I don't think it's on this game, because I don't think I've experienced it yet on this game. When you're coming into the pits, there's a part of it where if you run over like this red strip of pit road entry, it gives you like a 10-second time penalty or something for cutting the corner. So hopefully, fingers crossed, no one does that, or it's not on the game, or they fixed it or whatever. Because, you know, of course, I'm sure it would get taken away by, you know, some stewards, by the stewards afterwards. Maybe they'll have a look at that and go, right, that doesn't deserve a penalty. Especially 10 seconds as well, maybe a warning at most, but definitely not a full-on penalty like that. But short quali underway now. Everyone coming out then, and we have some medium runners already. 3 medium runners at the moment. That's Jensen, Koilin and Alexei. But we see the cars making their way out now, with Logan leading the pack. He's been very unlucky, I'd say, for the past couple of weeks. He's definitely got the pace to do great things, but he's just unfortunately hasn't come together, especially last week. Got pole position, but then spun on the formation lap, but when he had absolutely dreadful tyres, fell back to about 5th place off of the start of the from starting on pole, and then by the end of the lap he had no wing. So yeah, unfortunately his restarts haven't been very good, especially a track like this though, where there's lots of turmoil at lap 1. Hopefully he's not involved in any of it, and hopefully we can see a clean lap 1, but we can't guarantee anything, as I believe that's Luke, the new driver this season. He's put down here as a reserve, so that's another name I'll have to remember. And we have Chitty 17, who is Dennis, also racing today. Oh, he's great! Oh, hello. And Luke, very loose rear end there, and he's going to have to stay there and let Logan come through. Logan probably panicking a bit there, seeing the car stopped. His teammate may just get past him here, so that's that is Ren, so it's Reese who's not driving. But we are going to look at Logan as he starts the first flying lap of the session. As we're watching heading up to turn 1, massive elevation change there, and of course F1 are actually here this weekend as well, so it'll be interesting to see what the sessions be like. And Luke has retired from the session in the pits without setting a lap. Interesting there, but we see Logan, look at that, inch perfect, going from curb to curb. That's how you do it. My lap was absolutely nothing compared to that. That was very good to see. I'm sure he's not the only one that's going to be like that, but Logan definitely going to be one to challenge for pole position. To be honest, my money's on him as well as Jensen and Alexei have done. I'm sure there's one other driver who's very strong here. my money's on Logan, I think, for qualifying. I don't know about the race. As long as he can break away at the front, then he could have a very good shot at the win. Is Jesper crashing out? Jesper's out. And he's crashed it. Unfortunately, I can't switch to his camera. I need to see a car who's near him. Hopefully the car doesn't despawn. But again, Logan going very quickly through there. This could be a very good banker time. And I'll quickly... Oh no, unfortunately, Jesper's car's gone, so we can't see the state of it. But be interested to see where he actually dropped that. Looked like that was coming into the slalom section, which is a bit of a weird place to crash. But we look at this low fuel quality run though from Logan. Through the final corner he goes. What will this lap time be? A 1:31.1, very good first lap. Behind him is Ren. It's okay, there's a Ferrari spun there, I think. But we're going to watch Ren though. How far off is he? Hang on, let me just get the... There you go, 2 seconds off. But now we look to the Mercedes. Aero, 1.9 seconds off, but he's on those mediums. Let me see Jensen coming across the line now. Where does he go? That might have been invalidated then. We're going to make it 12 seconds off. Coylin, 9.8 seconds off. And that looks like... That's Dennis there. Wait, that's confusing. Wait, Dennis? Oh, he's called Dennis as well, okay. Sorry, there's 2 Dennises now. Apologise there. Dion's actually out as well. As you watch. Dennis, that's the other Dennis. Crossing the line, 3.5 seconds off. On the softs, and Samuel retiring in the pits there. Again. But surely this isn't for a qualifying ban as well. I don't know why... I must say, I am confusion. I don't know why. I don't honestly know anything about if there is any qualifying bans. I should have checked before the race. As you see, Coylin here on a much quicker lap. It's invalidated though. That's a shame. Of course, Jur representing the Red Bulls in that lovely white Red Bull. I know a lot of people think quite negatively of it, but I must say I absolutely love it, especially the fade on the halo. I'm a sucker for a fade, and it does look very good actually in my opinion. So it's great to see it racing here. Oh, Coylin missing the pits almost there. Oh, and as we see, so trying to find the PSN. Sorry, Jan. You see Jan. Oh, Dennis going P2 there. Great lap. Great lap there for Dennis. For the Aston Martin. The only driver to be within a second of Logan, but I'm sure once the Mercedes go onto the soft tyres, those guys will start to challenge for the higher up positions. As you watch Robin here coming through the corner. 2 seconds off, puts him into P7. He has an AlphaTauri behind though of Dennis again, but he's 10 seconds off this time. Followed by Eric Holm, who has unfortunately validated that lap. There's Max Mulder on an out lap, but we'll cut towards these guys. Well, they were there. And Jur still 2.6 seconds off. And now we see Alexei. Not only is he a quick driver, he's now finally onto those soft tyres for his first soft run of the session with 10 minutes to go. In the session, he'll probably get another run in as well. No doubt he's definitely on low fuel. Actually, no, it looks like he's in lean actually from the fuel signal there. Maybe wrong. That's what it looks like to me at least. And Ren as well out on another set of softs. Jensen, however, low fuel mode, coming in for his probably going to come in for his first soft run, no doubt. He'll be wanting to get on those much better tyres, and he'll be wanting to fight for pole. I think the mediums was a good idea. He's just scuffed those tyres a little bit, but of course when he comes back out, he'll be on the much quicker soft tyre. See Robin now coming into the pits. And same with Dennis. As we are going to go on board with Alexi. Sorry for the engine glitch, actually. That might be a little bit damaging for your ears if you've got the headphones on like me, but here we go. We're going to take a much wider line to start his flying lap then. We'll talk through this lap, shall we? No doubt this will be a quick one unless he invalidates it. Here we go, into turn 1, taking a wide entry. Give himself as much room as possible to make the corner. He does nicely. Uses the curb. And we'll just no doubt see him go curb to curb here. Like Logan, like all the others. A little bit wide there. And he's validated it. That's how easy it is to do. Ah, that's a shame. That is a real shame. Trophy now validating his lap. Ren, will he do the same thing? Oh, he's a bit more cautious there. And he's set a purple sector there. He's 3/10 quicker. That shouldn't be purple, I don't think, but I don't know. The game sometimes throws out some purple sectors randomly. But Ren, though, looking very nicely at the moment. He's got through the difficult part. The part where it's very easy to validate, especially actually to be fair, there's a few corners coming up now where it's very easy to, well, talk about the penultimate corner as well, especially that one because it can go very wide quite easily. Heading into the hairpin now. Nicely done, chucks the car in. Short shifts to delay any wheel spin. I think Jovi spun there, or he's going slowly because he's run out of fuel, but nicely done through there. Nice and smooth, that's all you got to do, especially a track like this where it's quite flowing, just going to be smooth. He's not chopping at the wheel. Through this long right-hander. Into the left, penultimate corner, very easy to invalidate if you go wide, he doesn't though. He's going to set himself up nicely for the final corner. That's a very good lap, and that puts him P3. Lovely lap there from Ren. Now we're going to watch Alexi again. Hopefully he doesn't validate this one. He's on low fuel though. I don't know how much fuel it's going to give him. Alexi, you see, oversteer. The rear end was wandering a little bit there. Jesper, Jesper, what happened to you, mate? What happened? Did you just drop it on the curb or something? Did it like spin on the curb, or was it just, I don't know, driver error? I don't know. He seems to be laughing about it, so at least that's good. Now though, Alexi, hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel on this lap, because he's gone quicker so far. Like 7/10 there, massive improvement. I mean, in theory that would put him P4, but you know he's still got a lot of the lap to go. Where you'd like to think he'd go a lot quicker, definitely over a second quicker. He's currently 1.9 off of pole position. If he can get within 5/10 of that, I'm sure he'd be happy. Or even go for pole. Nicely done there. Look at that. Runs parallel to the curb. Oh no! He goes into low fuel mode as he. Oh, that is cruel. Oh, that is so cruel. He was on such a good lap, and then it went to low fuel mode as he came out the corner. And he still went 8/10 quicker. That should have been P2. That really should have been P2. Coylin going P7, I think there. And there's Nick now coming out in the other Red Bull. Jensen coming across the line here. What's his P2? 2/10 off, and that is probably what his teammates should have done if he hadn't gone into low fuel mode. At least we know that Alexi can do it. I'm sure he'll chuck on a new set of tyres and he'll go back out again for another run. But oh, you got to feel for Alexi there. In fact, that's his first lap, and then he just about lost his lap because of low fuel. That's a real shame. Watching Sandro though here. 3/10 quicker in the last sector. See what you can do here. Maybe P5, P6. Not too far off though. Only 2/10 to get to Alexi. And that is, I believe, Max Mulder coming out of the pits now. And a fresh set of softs. There's Jensen on another lap. He's got low fuel. However, I can't see if he's quick on the delta. It's not showing at the moment. No, he's way off. Let's have a look at Nick then, shall we? Going out then. We're circling around for his first flying lap of the session in that Red Bull. Getting quite loose there. I wonder if his setup's hasn't got much rear end or something, I don't know. Ooh, looking nice there, so he took that wider line, but that might give him a nice little run into the next few corners here. Looks like a good lap at the moment. Even though it went a little bit wide there, I'm sure that won't hurt him too much. Him hesitating on the throttle a little bit there. Not sure what traction he actually uses. But yeah, so far though, good lap though. This should put him within the top 10 easily. Would be nice if in the spectator menu you could have like sector time comparison like they do in the like when you're in the pits or when you're actually in the car in the session. Be nice if you could have that, but though, because then at least you can compare the difference between, of course, the faster sector and the slower sector. But watch Nick though coming through the final few corners now. Last corner he goes. What can he do here? Goes P8, good lap there, 2 seconds off still. I'm sure that going wide didn't help him much. His teammate though, 2/10 quicker this time. He would actually go just behind his teammate if this was going to be his lap, but again, you'd like to think he'd go a lot quicker through here. Low fuel run as well. Nicely done. Into the final quarter, looked like he's braking a little bit too much there, but that should be good for top 10. And it is P8. He overtakes his teammate. He's got 4/10 quicker than him. Dennis now. Unfortunately, he's validated this lap. Ren on his lap as well. Sorry, on an out lap. But Eric Cohen, though, on his first flying lap, unfortunately, he's validated. And I wonder if he's sick, like conserving now, because he hasn't even got the ERS deployed, so pretty conserving. It's just whether or not he's got enough fuel for it. I'm sure he does. For just one more lap, but of course the bulk of drivers though coming out now. Look at that, top 7 on an out lap at the moment. And Ren is the one who's leading the charge. So let's see what you can do here. Ren hasn't got much necessarily to fight for here. There's Alexi now starting his lap. You know what, I'm going to jump to Alexi because he has not set a lap yet, or at least a good lap. And unfortunately, I think this will have to be his final lap because of how long it takes. So 1 minute 30, this will be his final lap. Oh, he's invalidated again. It's that same mistake every time. And you have to cut a bunch of corners for him to actually make it. That's his qualifying session over. So unfortunate. Unfortunately, if he does that in the race as well, he'll just get penalty upon penalty upon penalty. Hopefully Eric hasn't validated his lap. He hasn't, that's good. All he's got to do really is just finish a lap, because that should put him fairly high up. At least, you know, further up the grid than all the people that have, you know, not set a lap or crashed out. Now that is everyone on a flying lap now, or either in the pit as well. But we'll watch Eric though. In fact, we'll see what Ren can do. What can Ren do? Is P4 at the moment. He doesn't improve. Eric Holm though going P9. Good lap there. 1.7 seconds off a pole. So shows us it's the type of track where it can often encourage sort of massive gaps. There, as you see a spinner, that's Max. Max spinning on his lap. I think he has got enough time to spin around, but he might just sit there for now. But Ren didn't improve on his lap, but he hasn't actually taken the flag. As we look, that's Robin who crossed the line there to finish P12. We're on board. We're going to watch Coylin now. Coylin improving a little bit through that middle sector. Let's see what he can do here, though. Can he get top 10? He does! Gets into the top 10, and that's a secure top 10 as well. Good lap there. Congratulations, mate. Unfortunately, though, he will not have to, well, he will have to start on the softs, which may not be what he would have wanted. But we look towards Max's teammate, Dennis. What can he do? He's P3 at the moment. Can he improve? He does improve. Good lap there. Unfortunately, doesn't put him up in position, but might secure his P3. But can anyone else behind him go quicker? Sandro, no. He's invalidated that lap. Jensen, though. Oh, he invalidates the... Oh, no. Jensen invalidates. Oh, no. Oh, the frustration. I think that little kick of oversteer as well might have been frustration from him. From Dennis. From Jensen. That is very frustrating. But yet again, though, looks like Logan will be getting pole position. Max spun on his lap. Ren got nothing to fight for here. I was pulling to the pits, but Logan, take a bow. Second pole position in a row. Absolutely great stuff there. Well then, just got a bunch of people who need to just finish their pit animation. Bit of they retired in the pits, but a good session though. Unfortunately, this is a track though where I think this field could be quite spread out. It's a track where it's not the longest track. I mean, it's 20 corners, but in terms of lap time, I think it's one of the longest tracks actually on the calendar, so I'll take back what I said earlier, but that doesn't matter at the moment. What matters is that Logan gets his second pole position in a row, followed by Jensen, Dennis, Ren, Alexei, Sandro, Max, Jur, Eric Holm, Coylin, Neek, Robin, Dennis, I think it's Jan. Can I get that right, maybe? Jan, yep. Sorry, yeah, Jan. Then, of course, the drivers who didn't settle up, which is Luke, Dion, Sam, and Jesper. So, that's qualifying for you. Hopefully we'll be treated to a good race as well. We've been quite spoiled over the past few races, but these drivers can race with it amongst each other quite well as well. So you'd expect that we'd see some good racing. And if anyone's watching at the moment, what are your predictions then? Who do you think's going to win? Personally, after the past run of races though, I'd love to say Logan, because I think it's the most deserved win there. But I can't fault a Mercedes one too. I think that Jensen's got the pace, he's got the consistency, but I can sort of see Alexei just, maybe he doesn't have the one lap pace necessarily, to be perfect on a one lap, but I feel like he's got the pace over like a full sort of race. So I'm thinking it's going to be a Mercedes 1-2 again, with Jensen taking the win, and I think Logan will get a top 5 again. I'd love for Logan to win, but after the past few races, the sort of trend is that he doesn't. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens though. But that's not important now. What's important is the race. Let's have a look. Everyone on the softs except Luke, which is an interesting choice, going for the mediums. Go for the alternate strategy that would be. And there is the predicted stop strategy: soft, medium. So the first pit window opens on lap 8 to 11. That'll be interesting. But we'll do a grid rundown quickly. So pole position then is Logan. So alongside him on the front row, is Jensen, followed by Dennis, Ren, Alexei, Sandro, Max, Jur, Eric, Coylin, Neek, Robin, Dennis, Jan, Luke, Dion, Sam, and running at the back of the grid is Jesper. So, as you see the cars warming up their tyres in the moment. I've already said my predictions. If anyone in the chat wants to give theirs, be more than appreciated. Because I'm sure there'll be some interesting theories. Some people may go for the leader of the race at the moment, you know, the person on pole position, shows that he's the quickest driver out there. But one lap is different to 28. That's quite the obvious, but but I wish all the drivers the best of luck as they now form up towards the grid. Hopefully they can have a good race. That's what we want to see. As much as people like watching crashes, I prefer to watch good racing. There's quite a separation in the pack there, actually. Who's that? Who's holding them all up? It's a Haas car. It is Luke. Who's holding up a bit of the group. But the grid, though, forming up. And once all the cars go to their rightful positions, we'll see. There we go. That is the view that Logan's got. No cars in front of him. He's just got to focus. There we go then. They load in. And the lights. 4 lights. 5 lights. And it's go, go, go for the United States Grand Prix. Off the line they go. Down towards turn 1. Great start there from Alexei. A disappointing qualifying, but a great start. 3 wide into turn 1. And Jensen's already tried to make the pass. His contact towards the back. That's McLaren into the side of another. It's McLaren and Alpha. It's it's Jan and Robin. But as we watch them go through the slalom section here, hopefully no contact to be made. This car wide though. That's the Alpha. There's a spin. It's a Red Bull, and that's a big crash. And Joe and Eric already out. Oh no! Huge crash. And that's a VSC, and sure that's going to get upgraded. That was massive contact. And there it is. It's already been upgraded. A wing gone as well from the McLaren. There's a spinner at the back. That's Luke on those mediums. But already drama. Massive drama already. And luckily we got that on camera. It wasn't the best view, but we got that on camera. Unfortunately, Ren dropping back down to P7. Dennis up to P3. Alexei up 1 place, and Max Mulder up into P5. But as the safety car is now being deployed, they'll all stay in that position for a bit now. And any drivers who currently have damage, of course, will go get that repaired. It looks like the only driver out on track who has damage is Sam. Very unlucky. Actually, no, there's damage there for Robin as well, and he might double stack. And I don't know. Oh, there's a puncher. There's a puncher for Luke. That's why he spun. That's why he spun. It's a rear puncher as well, which is almost undrivable. Oh, you got to feel for him. I mean, luckily now he's got a pit stop, but he can actually do it. And so this safety cars are saving grace for him. But that must have been from running over the debris. Didn't look like he was involved in the crash. Oh, and I'd love to see a driver's view of that as well from Jofi. So from Jur. Oh, but then go look at the drivers pitting. There's Ren, Sandro, Coylin, and there's Jesper involved. So Jesper in the pits as well. And where are they going? Mediums for a lot of them. Jesper, new wing, and going onto the mediums. Coylin onto a new set of softs, and then Samuel, new wing and new softs as well for the McLaren driver. Interesting, see what they're going to do strategy-wise. But we look at Luke. Luke barely making it round, and he's you got to feel for him as well, because this is going to be really bad for not only his race, but just in general as well. Luckily, you can't get. I mean, you can get floor damage, but you know it's not like real life where the tire delaminates and then it starts sort of whipping at the at the bodywork. Luckily it's not, you know, like that in the damage system, but he will pit now as he barely makes it into the pits. And if you've never driven with a rear puncher on this game, it was almost like someone's replaced your rear tyre with a block of ice, but like a square block of ice, so you get the vibrations from it, but then it's also extremely slippery. But he will go onto a set of softs and a new wing on his car, and he should be able to join the pack within the next few laps. As you watch the leaders here, luckily no contact as well in the safety car. It's good to see. Been in plenty of races where people can't do safety cars properly. In fact, I'm one of them. Amount of times I've spun in the safety car. If I had a pound every time I spun in the safety car, I could buy myself a safety car. But only 3 drivers now on mediums though, and all those drivers of course did it by choice as well. As you see, that's the pit stop strategy. Wonder how much that changes things up a little bit. It's showing here that from lap 16 the mediums could go to the end, but I'm sure they can go much further than that if you push them to their absolute limit. Is that car off into the pits? That is the car off the pits. Who is that? It's Dennis. Dennis into the pits. That's Robin as well into the pits. Interesting. Anyone further back pitting as well or not? I think that's it. It is. So Robin, I think, having to pit of course because of his damage. Robin pitting because of his damage. Yep. Going from one set of mediums to another set of mediums, replacing the wing of course as well, and then Dennis onto a set of mediums as well. So maybe the mediums are the strategy. I don't know if they'll be able to go to the end though. Maybe this is a soft medium soft sort of thing, because this track no doubt will probably tear apart your tyres just from the way that it is. But many drivers though, the top 8 staying out on their softs, and Jan up to P8 now, Dion P7, Dennis, Neek, Max, Alexei, Jensen, and of course Logan. Now Logan of course doesn't have the advantage as well of being up there with his teammates, sort of like Red Bull over the past few years in real life, you know, having of course that one marquee driver. Then again, I'm not accusing Coylan of being a bad driver. I'm just saying that it's, you know, nice to have your teammate up there because it's nice. You can plan, you can sort of you could build a strategy around it. You can help sort of try and block the other off, work out is the undercut better, is the overcut better, stuff like that. So yeah, that's not a dig at Coylan. That's just sort of general race practice. You know, they talk about it with Red Bull, saying how having 2 cars up there, you know, having a teammate up there with you helps a lot. And the 2 Mercedes drivers definitely think that at the moment, having that camaraderie between the 2 as well. We've seen them work together before, we've seen them work against each other sometimes when they're battling. But it should be not too long till the safety car comes in. It should be end of next lap as we wait for Luke to close in. Luke though, pushing those softs quite hard, but I'm sure he would love the fact that he's on some fresh rubber and he's got all 4 tyres working properly. But yeah, I'd love to see, if you haven't watched the race recap for Austria, again I completely promote it because I did watch it when it was uploaded, and it did look very, and the safety car's in this lap. Wow, that was really quick, and bet those drivers haven't got much time to prepare. They've literally got 1 corner. Let's watch Logan then. I was not expecting that. And Logan goes now. He drops the throttle. And will he drop the others? The 2 Mercedes drivers. Sorry, no, it's Alexei. And Max sending up the inside. And he's up the inside. Oh my god, is that 2 cars in 1 move? No, it's not. He's just about not able to get Jensen. But it was a great move there. Further back though, no yellows. Looks like some movement. But there was a crash. There was Jesper. Jesper's crashed in the same place. No. And will that be a safety car? It sounds like his car's on track. That may get taken out though. That may get taken off without any issues. And already Dennis with a 3-second time penalty. Is Dion getting past Dennis there? Around the outside, good move. Look at this, there's a massive gap here. But Jesper, oh, that's a shame. The same place. He's crashed out. And hopefully we get to see his car by the time it comes out, but it's already despawned as I say that. There's one actually trying to get here. Look at this. Dennis fighting the position. He's been dropping back a little bit, but he's under pressure. Dion got around him fairly easily. Looks like Yang's going to try and go for him here, but he's gone pretty wide there. Now might be, oh, that's his internet. He's massive lag there. And look at this. There's a huge car park almost behind him. You got Dion there, and then look at this. You got all these guys behind. You got Sandro. You got Ren. You got Dennis. Gets coiling off the back of it as well. Look at that huge gap here. It's a huge battle here, and Ren gets a 3-second time penalty. You saw him go wide there, but Logan taking the fastest lap of the race. As we look further up though, look at this. Alexi and Max battling side by side through turn 1. Will they stay the same through turn 2? Looks like Max might get the move done as long as he gives him room. And surely one of them's going to have to back out here. It'll have to be Alexi. He does back out. He's going to take this a little bit easy. He's going to try and set himself up for a move maybe into the hairpin. Oh, it's Jensen wide though. Jensen wide. And it's 2-car battle turns into a 3-car battle. They're fighting for P2 now. And I may have been absolutely stupid with my prediction about Logan. Logan's pulled away by 2.4 seconds. And further back though, there's much more battling. Sandro now getting past Dennis. Dennis only going backwards on those soft tyres. He's clearly struggling. Oh, car's going wide, going off on all sorts of shakes being thrown there. I think it's by Luke. Luke actually making good progress. And speaking of Luke, his teammate, getting past Dennis as well down the straight. Good move. Further back though, what's going on? More overtakes. Coylin now. Oh, he's dropped back quite a bit as well. Unfortunately, he's down to P14. Oh, look at this though. Max looks like he's getting quite close here to these 2 Mercedes drivers. And now Neek, good pace for Neek. And who's that? It's Jensen. No, sorry. Well, yeah, Jensen. Jensen off into the pits. Is that for damage? Are they changing a wing, or is he just changing tyres? He's just doing tyres. Interesting strategy. He said lap 8 was the window, and he was certainly been on the safety car as well. Sure, that would preserve his tyres a little bit longer. But now he's got, and as a result of that, Jensen's at the back of the grid now. As we watch Nick, lovely helicopter shot here going through the slalom section. Very nicely done. Look at that. That's a beautiful shot. The helicopter shots in this game are absolutely stunning. To watch the cars going through these sections as well from a bird's eye view, and if we could have a whole race filmed up like that, I'd take that. As we watch the leaders here, a bit closer towards the back through the slalom section here, but a commanding lead at the moment though. 4.4 seconds. Again, my prediction was a little bit off. Me thinking he'd only get a top 5. Well, he's going to get a top 5, but he's also going to have an absolutely incredible lead here. 4.3 seconds. He's just in a groove now, surely. Surely he's just in a nice little groove at the moment. He's just taking it as it comes. Just drive his own race. Don't worry about anyone behind him. They're not exactly going to hurt or pressure him now. This is what Sandro now coming up on us to his teammate, but Ren also coming up onto those Ferraris. Towards the back though, it's a huge train of cars almost here. Let's switch. Samuel, how you going for the inside? Moves Luke out the way. That's Dennis into the pits now. That was an aggressive move there. I don't know if they were side by side into that corner, but I just saw the gap, how close they were, and I thought, oh, this would be interesting to have a look at. And it was a little bit interesting. Can he send it out the inside here? He moves out. Oh, he's gone for the send. There's no contact from the sounds of it. And he got the move done nicely. And now Coylin up behind them now. Might try and make the move into the hairpin as long as he can stay behind them. Ren, look at this, right to the back of the Ferrari of Dion. In fact, Dion's gone down a place, his teammate overtaking him on the mediums. But Ren now, he'll have the DRS. But Sandro will have, so Sandro will be giving the DRS to Dion though. Just about. DRS open. What's the DRS like? He's enabled it, sorry. Can he go on the brakes though? Dion braking later, but he's locked up, he's gone wide. And Ren, I think he might have got a warning for that, that would look like. a little bit advantageous on there, and look, this is on the outside. Can he get the move done? Oh, what a move if he does this. Oh, what a move. He forces him a little bit wider to say, this is my position. And a great move there from Bren, making his way up through the field. That was a brilliant move as well. Around the outside, he dared to dream, and his dream came true. Any more drivers deciding to pit? Let's find out. Let's watch Coylin here, his teammate in the lead, and he's trying to get some points here as we watch Luke into the pits now. Let's look up front, what's this here? Jensen sending an overtake on Samuel, and Jensen go for a huge undercut, but will it be worth it? He might be going for a two-stop. If he takes these units to the end, fair play. I mean, it's probably doable if you're a driver like Jensen. Look at this, he's already closed in on the Coylin so much. On the ERS a little bit there, just to help the acceleration. He's going to go inside, outside, what's he going to do? He stays back for now, he might try and get him on the DRS. Nick overtaking for a podium position. And now Luke's crashed as he comes out the pits in the same place as Jesper, as Coylin being overtaken by Jensen, but the yellow flag's again out. Oh no! And Coylin lagging out of the session. His car will still drive, but it'll be a much slower pace, and it should be an easy overtake for Sam. Yeah, gets it done easily through that section. Well, I say that. Yeah, and Luke crashing out and leaving the session. Disappointing for him there. And the two drivers who crashed out in qualifying crash out in the race as well. Look at this though, battling here between Nick and Max. Who backs out? Nick backs out there. He might be able to come back at him a little bit quicker here. He's mounted a charge over the last few laps. And we've seen Max actually spin out of that corner. I wonder if he does it again this race. So far though, he hasn't. Luckily Coylin joining back again. They usually send a couple of invites out, so that if someone does lag out in the event of them lagging out, then they can rejoin and take control of their car and carry on going. Oh, look at this though! He moves out far, and his helmet's gone apparently. He's got the move done though. Speaking of getting the move done, we see Dennis and Dion here battling as well into that hairpin. And again, look at this, them swapping places here. Nick and Max, the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, and Nick, massive oversteer there, out of the corner. Now they go side by side. We can't see them at the moment, but they're still side by side. Into the penultimate corner. Max braking early. Gets underneath him. Can he go for a cutback here? He's not got the traction. He just took a bit of a wider line. And Max is the one who actually has DRS, because he was there when the detection zone. So he was behind Nick when the detection zone was there. Oh, a bit of time swing glitch there. Keep watching these two though while the timing screen decides to sort itself out, unless there's some battles further back that worth looking at. But Samuel though, unfortunately getting a penalty, and Ren getting another penalty as well. That's 6 seconds now. And as brilliant as his overtakes have been, you can't run away from penalties. And Sandro now actually starting to come towards this group as well. P5 on those mediums. He's one of the drivers to pit when the safety car came out, and Nick now looking for the inside. He sends it up the inside. Can he get the move done though? Max, his contact. Has he lost a winglet? He hasn't. Doesn't look like maybe any damage there, but Jan getting a penalty himself now, and because of this battling, Sandro's now on the back of them. stuff here though, between these two drivers. Showing each other respect. Sam getting another penalty. There's some good hard racing from these guys. Max will get DRS though. And Sandro actually think get DRS as well. It looks like he's been in a second. He definitely is. And look at this, he's right on the back of them. DRS wide open. Nick is a sitting duck at this rate. And Alexi pitting now, going on to the mediums. Max though going for the inside on Nick, and Sandro might try and make it as well. No, gets a bit of low oversteer. Wonderful battling though here between these drivers for P2 at the moment. Don't know if that will be P2 overall though by the end of the race. Maybe this might be the Mercedes drivers trying something on Logan. Arguably we should have had about 3 safety cars by now, because of course Jesper's crash and Luke's crash being in the same place, but surprisingly not giving any penalties, sorry, any safety cars, and that was a little bit close there from Delandro. Unfortunately he's going to drop back a bit there, but he should get DRS, he does. And with that extra slipstream as well from those 2 cars, he should come very quickly to the back of them. Nick moving out, having a look for a move there, but not close enough. It's going well though. So far as Jan retiring at the pits. Strange. He's left the session as well. Oh, Nick spins. As Logan goes into the pits, Nick spins. Luckily, he hasn't gone into the wall, but unluckily, he's come right out in front of the Mercedes there, Jensen. He's being held up here. Oh no, and Jensen's going to have to stay behind him here. Unless he gets the move done into turn 1, and it looks like he will though. But Logan, let's see where Logan comes out. Oh, there's a spinner, Who's that? Oh, no, that's Jan's car, being parked up. Logan coming out P5 on those mediums. I think he responded to Alexi pitting. Dennis with another penalty. And Sam with another one. That's about 9 seconds now, I think. Oh, Logan shutting off a bit there. Not forcing a move on Dennis. He's smartly going to go for the DRS pass instead. That's a smart thing to do. He's thinking like a leader. And Dennis moves out the way. Oh, say that though. Dennis is looking for the inside. He better not tag him. Oh, that was close. And look at this now. The 2 Mercedes, I think, battling there. Unless they were just trying to get past Dion. Sandro though currently in the lead, and Coylin lagging out again. Ren on the back of Max, and Max with the oldest tyres alongside Dion and Nick. Wonder when they're going to actually pit. Max going wide there, might try and ride it out. I think if you rejoin quickly you can sometimes get a warning. As Lecce with the fastest lap of the session, as Ren looks for the outside. Can he get a cutback? No, he's committed to that outside. But look at this though. Oh, what a move! What a move! Look at that! Logan round the outside. What a move. There's not many other words I can say there. As you see Dion, Sam and Nick pitting. All of them on very old softs. Max and Coylin though have not pit yet. But I'm sure they'll be coming in at some point. So go on to the mediums to the end. One stop is definitely possible. Of course they'll have a much better run towards the end compared to some of the others who pit earlier. But I'm assuming the undercut works quite well here. As Sandro still in the lead. The second place though has been taken by Logan, but he's got 2 drivers behind him who would be wanting to take that P2 off of him. But I don't know if they've got the pace, I don't know if they've got the tyres. Watch Logan here. It's been an amazing race again. I feel very stupid for underrating, well not underrating him, but But yeah, I guess I feel very stupid for saying that he won't get to hit the win, because this has been absolutely brilliant from him. As we watch the Aston's battling, but no, it's just Max coming into the pits. And there's only two drivers now who are still on those softs. You know, to think Coylan will be coming in at some point. Oh, we've had another glitch with the timing, so we won't see who is close, but we can see visually though that Logan is very close to Sandro. He's got the DRS. He's going to get past him. As we look further back though, we've seen this. Dion and Neek close together. Look at this. Oh, that's close. Even the angle made it look a little bit quicker, or a little bit closer, but Sam getting another penalty. That's a real shame. Alright, that pack sort of spread out. This, however, hasn't. Look at this. Battle for P3 here. Dennis currently fronting it. But Alexi, though, are much younger tyres. Yeah, the fastest lap of the session as well. The 35.2, that was close. Ren getting loose there. Was it that was like side drafting or something from NASCAR? The way that he sort of had a bit of a loose rear end there. And that's Ren pitting now. Ren pitting. Sure, that's for another set of mediums. He was one of the drivers who pitted under safety car. Sandro still, I'm assuming, has to pit again because he's got 12 laps on these tyres. According to the game, 12 laps is kind of the maximum you can go on these. As Coylan now pitting finally as well, and surely he'll go onto a set of mediums. Yep, looks like medium tyres going out. That's Robin as well coming in. Fresh set of mediums go on. Both he goes quick stop there. Actually, that would look. We look to Coylan now. Sorry, not Coylan, sorry. Alexi looking for a pass on Dennis. Much younger tyres. Moves to the outside. Not very good camera there, but as we watch it go side by side, Dennis deep on the brakes. What has he done there? He sent it there. Oh, that's giving Alexi a penalty as well. Oh, that'll have to get removed. As long as Alexi doesn't get a warning throughout the rest of this race, he will have to get that removed. As Dennis fighting hard here. What is he doing? He's running him wide. He's letting him know he's there, but he's going to have to make sure that he's respectful. That will give him another warning there. That will have to be another warning. Aggressive driving there from Dennis. I must say, that's a bit off. I know you're defending your position, but you've caused another driver to get a penalty by going deep on the brakes like that. Maybe it wasn't. I'm assuming it. You know, I'd like to think it wasn't intentional. He sent it on the inside though here, and Alexi looking for a cutback, and he's done it perfectly. Look at that. Good cutback. Hopefully Alexi can drive away here. Jensen, though, his teammate, it looks like that undercut just hasn't worked. He pitted about 5 laps before his teammate. And, you know, I'm assuming it's worked for him in the past, so maybe he's been conserving, but I doubt it as Dennis gets another penalty. Actually, let's have a look quickly at the penalties. There we go. 15 seconds for Sam, 3 for Sandro, 3 for Alexi, 6 for Dennis, 6 for Ren, and then 3 for Dion, 3 for Coylan, 6 for Dennis, and then 3 for Robin. So, Dennis sending it again. Not as much this time though. As you look at this helicopter shot here, there's your fact the Chitty's retired. Robert and the safety car's out. The safety car is out. That is saved Sandro. And Sandro's going to have a pit stop. He's near enough going to have a free pit stop here. I don't believe it. But that's so inconsistent though. Oh, what's up with Sandro here? Oh, it might have been just cutting down Delta. That's so inconsistent. And Logan's pitting. Logan's pitting. Sandro pitting as well. Alexi pitting. Are they all going for softs? I think they all are. It would make sense. And Sam's pulled off a master strategy here. Look at this. Sam's on the soft. He's done 2 laps, but he won't need to pit. As long as he sticks to the delta, he'll maybe go up to P5. Opposite double stack though. And Jensen, no. Oh, Jensen's so unlucky. He's so unlucky. Ren stays out. He's on fresh mediums. Sam pitting though. Why is he pitting? He's got 2 lap old softs. He'll just conserve them under the pits. And the pit stop surely. Dion. Pitting as well. But Sandro though, I cannot believe that. Sandro's just pulled off an absolute master strategy there. He waited out for the safety car. But I do have to ask the question though. That crash has happened many times today. That's the 3rd time someone's crashed there in the race. But that final one was a safety car. I do have questions. Like the other 2 somehow won, even though they were the same place. I assume they were the same sort of crash. I don't know how people are doing it. I don't know if again, if anyone in chat can try and maybe tell me, is it from just like putting too much tire on the curb, or is it just because like you're turning? I don't know. Is it just the rear end just come round on you for some reason? Like if anyone watching can sort of let me know, because I've never had a crash there, so I don't really know what that's about. Again, I'm sure we might see a clip or something that someone sends in of it, but not of their crash. But is it just from hitting the curb? I've had a couple crashes where I've used a bit too much of the curb and it spins the car around. I've had that at Portimao. That was because I had like a heavy car, so because of fuel, sorry. So I don't know really. You know, I'll ask actually. I'll ask because Dennis has just said he said, you know, he said a bad word, and then he said, I am stupid. I spun after turn 2 in lap 16, I believe, and couldn't handle my car anymore. I just asked Dennis now, was it because of you hitting the curb, or did it just get loose and oversteer? So hopefully we'll get an answer from him, just so we can have a bit of an idea. And Luke, sort of in a bit of a jokey way, saying on my tombstone ought to read, F, I Jespered it. Yeah, so far 3 cars have been claimed by that corner, so... but... yet again, I mean, technically you could call this a late safety car. I mean, it'll be a 10-lap shootout. Maybe not as late as some of the others have been so far this season. So then, actually one thing this will definitely change as well is finishing order, really, because if you've got only 10 laps, it doesn't really give people a lot of time to spread out, and of course all the people that have got lots of penalties as well, they'll drop down massively in the order. But safety car now coming in. They got a little bit more preparation this time. Last time it said safety car in this lap pretty much on the penultimate corner. So this time though they'll have a bit more time to prepare, a bit more time to warm up the tyres, and Logan will have a bit more time to maybe prepare when he goes. Will he be out the corner, or will he do it a bit more down the straight? Of course, he's going to wait for the safety car to actually come in. Here we go then. Off he goes. And he's absolutely left Sandro here from the looks of it. And look further back though. Looks like that's Jensen trying to get past. Ren on the brake stairs. Dennis looking out of the inside. Or trying to get up the inside of sorry, Alexi there. Further back. Ren Ginfrey. Alexi with another penalty. No. Whoa. Was that sparking? Well, the curves are sparking by itself. Anyway, sorry, look towards the front. Jensen just behind Dennis here. And speaking of just behind, look at this. Alexi just behind Sandro. And he gets the inside done at the hairpin. And his teammate will be wanting to get that third place position as Max, I think, spun. He has spun. Oh, that's a shame. Was he, as the saying goes, did he jump or was he pushed? Sandro just behind. Oh, interesting corner there. Robin looking maybe to get past Coylan. Coylan being the last point scorer here. I don't know if that's just AI or if he's actually rejoined. Ren with another penalty, unfortunately, as Max getting past Robin. And look at this already. Oh, Logan on fresh tyres, he's pulled out 2 seconds in 1 lap. He gets the fastest lap of the session. Wow. 1:33.1. Dare I say the worst prediction ever made? Oh, we'll get top 5. No. Nick vote, starting to close in on Samuel. Won't really have to do much because Samuel, of course, has lots of penalties. So we can pretty much just sit behind him here and just go, yep, fine. I think Sandra at this rate we had P2. Yeah, penalty. Oh, they're on 6. Okay, so I'll keep that graph up now. If we kind of know what tyres they're on. That's not exactly the most important. Of course, we can actually see, you know, on track what tyres they're using, whether they're on the soft or the medium. But and Dennis just said. So in response to the question, so I said, was it because of you hitting the curb, or did it just get loose and oversteer? He said second. Unfortunately, I didn't record it because I was driving alone since lap 7 or so. Anyways, he said lost the rear and probably too much throttle. And he said this is the second time he's crashed out whilst being in an extraordinary position for my skill level. So yeah, really unfortunate for him there. But Dion though, looks like he's just been overtaken by Max. As DRS now gets enabled, and I think Alexi's starting to close in. I think actually there, with about 2 seconds or 1.9 last lap, he's closed in 3/10 there. And that might be something to watch out for in case he closes in enough to get within DRS, especially then, because that will be really interesting to see that battle for the lead. I think both Alexi and Logan are overdue for a win. Jensen's well both of them so far, but it's going to take an absolute miracle effort here from Jensen. Actually, Jensen would get... I think Jensen would get second actually here because of the penalties. So, all right, fair enough. If he, I think, hang on, let me have a look. If I go leader, yeah, he would have, yeah, he would get it by about, what's that, 5/10 maybe. So it's doable. It is very doable. But actually going to try his hardest now to catch up to Logan. They're both on the same age tyres. Let's look at this lovely helicopter shot. They're going for this lovely winding section into this Istanbul-inspired complex here. Lovely stuff. Sam with another one. He's got 21 seconds. What's the maximum you can get before you get disqualified? Because I swear if you get a certain amount of penalties, you get disqualified. I've seen that happen in Austria and Canada before. But Jensen, though, he's not just sitting back and waiting to get that P2. He's going to try and fight as much as he can as Jensen gets one himself now. So he's lost that chance of a P2 unless everyone else in front of him somehow get another 3 seconds. And now he's going to have to fight his way through that pack. Dion now getting a penalty himself as well. The only drivers out track who have not got a penalty yet is Nick and Logan. In fact, I'll have a quick look at the race director to see how many warnings they have. There's 1 warning there, 2 warnings. So Logan is only 1 warning away from a penalty. And then Nick himself, again, 2 warnings. That's all it needs. And now look at this, though. Jensen getting past Dennis. And he's forced Dennis wide. Dennis, and he's taking him out. He's taking him out. I don't believe it. Oh, my. If that was intentional, that is a certain penalty. He's wiped out the championship leader. I'm in shock. That can't have been from oversteer. That looked like he turned into him. I don't believe that. I think that's Sam who spun, maybe. Oh, he's got a puncher. He's got a puncher. Sam's got a puncher. His teammate just behind him. Oh, you've got to feel for Jensen. He did nothing wrong that whole race. Just words have escaped me. Logan getting a 3-second time penalty. That shouldn't hurt too much, though. It was only 1 warning. He was only 1 warning away, and again that means that Nick is the only driver who has not got a penalty yet, and he's just pitted for a fresh set of stuff for some reason. Unless he got damage from somewhere. But the field is now fairly spread out now, unfortunately, so you've got to feel for Jensen. He's not put a foot wrong all race, and yet again, is that again? I don't want to try and accuse anyone of anything without knowing the full facts, because I could be completely and utterly wrong. But that looked an awful lot like Dennis turned across him and said, you know, you can't push me wide like that. But he retaliated a lot harder than Jensen, you know, ever did. And it's not the first time as well. He's been pretty rough to the Mercedes drivers from when we've been watching. He's been a little bit forceful today. And I'm sure many drivers won't be happy with that. And I'll definitely keep an eye on the chats as well, just to see if anyone accuses him or anything, or says anything to do with the incident. I'm sure Jensen will. But we'll watch Ren now trying to make a move on Dennis himself, the man we've been talking about. And he's going around the outside. Oh, lovely move there from Ren. He's certainly good at these outside moves, isn't he? Both on the mediums. Nick getting a penalty, so now no one has not got a penalty now, so it's just a matter of who has less, I think. Some guys will be safe, some guys won't be. And yeah, so if I say they're battling for a certain position, I will mean on track position rather than post race position. But we've got 5 laps to go, though. Epic the animal, Logan still quite far out as we watch Dennis now using the DRS to try and blast past Ren. He goes deep on the brakes often, but he's got the car pulled into the apex nicely there. Oh, actually with 9 seconds. Oh. I don't think he'll lose any positions though, really, because of that. So he actually should still get 2nd place. Ren now Sends up the inside. Can he get the car pulled back in, or will he go for the cutback? Looks like he's got it done. The outside line's difficult around that corner. Oh, he's forced him while there was contact to get there. That's the sparking curve I was on about. Okay, it's right on the back of Ren. Right on the back of him. I think Nick spun. Max getting another penalty there. In fact, Max is right on the back of these guys. And that's Nick spun. That's Nick spun, yep. I think he's just got really hot tyres. So I know he spun at the Istanbul style complex. And then he's clearly tried to get going again. And of course his tyres are very warm. Sam, 27 seconds, he's got to be careful. He's Max watching this battle here though. Gets the move done. And it looks like they're going to be swapping positions for a while here. Now, watching these drivers, they can start to form up here to make a bit of a three-way battle. As we have only a few laps left, 3 laps to be precise. Oh, look at this, defending the outside line. Ren's known for his outside moves, and unfortunately he's not able to get around in that time. But they've almost pushed themselves back into the clutches of Max. Now what can Max do? Small thing. What's that? 20 under 20% ERS. Looks like he's about 20% as well. Yeah, all on fairly low ERS as well. So I think a lot of these overtakes are going to have to done through overtake. Sorry, a lot of these overtakes are going to be done through DRS. Again, helicopter shot, get to have a look. Quite a nice view here. And of course we get to see all 3 cars as well, so it's quite satisfying to watch. Up through the complex we go. Go past that. Very interesting structure there. Oh, Max right into the back of Ren here. Oh, look like Dennis may have gotten loose coming out of the penultimate corner. And now, of course, Max doesn't have DRS, so we can see how he defends. He's swerving a little bit down the straight, almost goes middle lane. Ren going towards the outside on the apex turn 1, and he's got. Oh, he's let off the brake a little bit there. Ren though might get it done because he's going to be on the. He's going to be inside this time. He gives him space, does he? Looks like it does. And Dennis is round. Dennis is round. So that's where people must be spinning. But he hasn't crashed out, unlike all the other drivers. Was that a genuine mistake? Was there contact, or could that just be karma for what happened earlier to Jensen? Either way, the facts are though, Dennis has dropped back massively because of that. He's down to P8 now, and funny enough, there's Jensen who's going to get past him. And Robin going through on him now. Look at that, tyres must be so really hot after that. So he's fighting with the car, and into the wall he goes. That might have been intentional. That might have been intentional there. The way he was steering, the way he was starting up and slowing down, that might have been intentional. There was no need for that. He would have got points. But no matter now, as we start the final lap, we will quickly look towards this battle for on track P4. But we will, of course, switch to the leaders to show them, because it's been a masterful drive here. Oh, Sam with 30 seconds. Max then going a little bit wide there. He's going to have one more final charge for Ren for that on-track P4. In fact, Max will get P4 because Ren has 9 seconds compared to Max's 6, and as long as he doesn't get a penalty this time round. Will Jensen get another penalty? And Dennis saying no, I lost the car, my tyres were really hot. Okay, sorry mate, didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I mean, we could see, yeah, you were fighting the car a lot there. As Dion gets another penalty. I think it's also the lag as well, it made it look quite weird on the stream, so yeah, sorry about that mate. But, oh, Max getting past Ren. I want to look at the leaders. Right, anyway, so we're going to have to not focus on them, but we're going to watch this man, Logan. He's a win's been coming, he's had 2 pole positions in a row. He should have won this season. He got very unlucky, but he won't get unlucky this time. He comes across the line to take his first win in SRL in his first season, followed by Alexei getting 2nd place. Sandro, great drive here as well from him. He got lucky with the safety car. He stayed out, anticipated it. You could say it was maybe not lucky, more masterful. He comes across the line to take P3 for Ferrari. Max Mulder now, he will get P4 on track. He won't wait for the penalty. Ren gets P5. Dion about to come across the line for P6. Good points for Ferrari today. I think they've scored the most points as a team. Actually, no, tell a lie. Coylin, P7. Very nice there from Coylin. Jensen, disappointing race. Felt he could have got onto the podium. He goes 8th place. Followed by Mr. Robin. It's a double points finish for McLaren. Good stuff. Great to see them get points. And Sam survives is the best way of putting it. And Nick, not long now. As we watch Nick now coming towards the final corner. He comes across the line. Dion getting the on-track driver of the day. Well, I'd actually say what a race. That was a pretty good race. Maybe not compared to some of the others that we have this season. As I said, to be fair, we have been quite spoiled by the really good racing that we've witnessed so far this season. But Jensen, though, winning his home Grand Prix. I'm sure that must feel good. But there you go, though. No drivers. Having a clean race is in no drivers. Not getting a podium. But we'll have a look here, though. Logan taking P1, followed by Alexei, Sandro, Max Mulder, Ren, Dion, Coylin, Jensen, Robin, Sam, Nick, Dennis, another Dennis, Jan, then Luke, Jesper, Jer, and rounding out the back is Eric. If you do want to see the race highlights, they should be out within the next week for the race. They usually do a very good job at editing as well. I must say I love the videos that they put out on the channel. And yeah, but Jensen, just looking at the chat, Jensen understandably very upset about what happened between him and Jensen. So between him and Dennis, sorry. Jensen being angry with Jensen doesn't make sense, but yeah, I'd love to see of like an angle from the driver's point of view from some of those crashes. But whew, well then, we're treated to a race which gave us great battles, crashes, and controversy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Actually, that was really enjoyable to watch. I really enjoyed that. Of course, I'm sure a lot more will come out of it. So if you do want to see any sort of follow-ups, to the race and the confirmed race results, of course, after any penalties get sorted out, go follow SRL F1 on Instagram if you haven't already. They post often quite regularly with either clips from the races as well as standings and race and qualifying results. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So, just for your information, we won't be racing next week. It will be the GT3s for the Project Cars 2 League. Around it was just here GT3 USA. I'm not sure what track that actually is, but that's next week on the 30th of October. And then in 3 weeks' time, we will have F1 at Australia, which is a track which no doubt will see some crashes around because it is a very interesting track, I'd say, on this game. I personally think they've kind of done Australia a bit dirty with how sort of sketchy it feels, but yeah, that will be on the 13th of November, so mark that on your calendar. That's when we'll be going to Australia for the F1. So, it's been a pleasure to commentate. As I said, I'm sure there'll be some afters. Sorry to any drivers that I may have wrongfully accused of doing things, of, you know, doing certain things. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be much more afters coming out of this race. But it was enjoyable to commentate on. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And we will see you probably next week, actually, because I imagine I'll be commentating Project Cars 2, the Project Cars 2 League. So, yeah. Stay safe, boys and girls, and we will see you next week.